Dylan, what did you do over spring break?
Well, my friend Carl and I decided that we should go down to Arkansas and fish. But see, the problem is that by the time we got down there, it was like super cold. And so everything was like not biting. So what we decided to do was we were just going to hike around and everything. And we got there at night, so we couldn't see anything. We didn't know if the water was up. We didn't know if there were snakes out. We didn't know anything. So we were driving, and we got there, and the dogs went crazy because they had these two giant Great Pyrenees pound mixes. They're like 180-pound dogs. Scary as hell. And so we get there. My grandma's still up. She cooks us dinner. We go to bed. Well, we get up the next day, and we get ready to go to the river to see what it's like. And I show Carl a bunch of the things that are around the farm, like the house two houses up that the guy raises fighting roosters in his front lawn, and they're attached to barrels. And then, like we took pictures of the creepy roads because it's like the trees just kind of engross it, like it's just hugging the road. And then we took pictures of like the flood basins and everything that, when it rains, it's just a giant lake of water. But when it's dry, it's a farm. And then when we got to the creek, which is right before the river, we decided that we were going to walk around and see what everything's going on. And so, we have pictures of Carl like bending over, acting like he's drinking the water or like he's Bigfoot. And then we have pictures of him getting in some of the pools that are like 8 feet deep, but he's only going up to his shins because he's kind of a wussy, and the water's really cold. And then we have some pictures of caves that are around the creek. And then when we finally got to the river, the water was still about as cold as in the creek, but I decided that I would be a man and go swimming. And it was probably the worst experience of my life. Because I got in the water, and I was like, this isn't that bad. But as soon as I put my head under the water, my body started shaking. My lungs hurt, turned red. It was terrible. I drove back, couldn't control how fast I was going. We almost got hit by a bus. It was pretty sweet, all in all. I couldn't get Carl to go swimming because he's a pansy. And basically, he stayed dry, so he used his towel. So I was wrapping myself in 2 towels while trying to drive and drinking a soda. And so, every night we watched movies, probably about 3 movies a night. And then we'd eat like a pie a piece, maybe some cinnamon rolls, ice cream, stuff like that. Probably gained about 10 pounds from the trip. He probably gained like 50. Anyway, he's not a very flexible guy, so he's got to stretch before he does anything. So we got pictures of him stretching, getting ready to jump in, but then he never does. Should have pushed him. Anyway, yeah. And then I've got a sweet beard in one of the pictures. You should check it out. Pretty much my favorite picture because it shows my mutton chops in such glory. And then at the end of the trip, we just kind of packed up and left. Saw the roosters before we left, drove home.
So what was the best part of the trip?
The best part of the trip was diving into the water and not knowing if I was going to come back up.